Hello, ladies and gentlemen of Perosi's chemistry class. Since so many of you are going to be out today, I decided to do today's lesson as a recording. We're going to do a quick little lesson on density, the type of problems you did yesterday, and just a few slight changes. To review, density equals mass over volume. So to find density, you divide the mass you're given by the volume you're given, and the units will be either grams per centimeters cubed or grams per milliliter. Here's an example. So we always want to set up our density as mass divided by volume. Our mass is 13.78 grams, and our volume is 5.30 centimeters cubed. And if we put that into a calculator, we get 2.60 grams per centimeter cubed. And it's that simple. Suppose we want to find mass or volume where they give us density and the other number. We're going to take our density equals mass divided by volume, and we're just going to do some algebraic manipulations to it in order to put the other quantities in the driver's seat. Now you could just plug, for example, D and V into this equation and then solve for M, but I'm going to solve it once to show you how to use the already solved equation. You are free to do either on the test. Whichever you're more comfortable with from your math experience is probably the best choice for you. So I'm going to multiply both sides by V. That's going to cancel off this. And we get density times volume equals mass. I'm going to rewrite that as mass equals density times volume. Write that down and save it, okay? To find the mass, you multiply density by volume. If we divide both sides by density, that'll cancel that out. Volume equals mass divided by density. So to find volume, all you need to do is divide the mass by the density. And we're going to give both of these problem types a spin. So now we're going to find the mass. I looked at the density of ethanol in a density table for this problem. The density of a substance is always the same at room temperature, so they make charts that you can look that up on. Now, I'm going to find the mass by multiplying density times volume. So our density is 0.79 grams per milliliter. And our volume is 1.0 milliliters. And so we get 0.79 grams would be the mass of 1 milliliter of ethanol. Okay, and again, for practice problems, you can use a calculator or you can use the calculator function in your phone. On the test, I'll give you an actual calculator. You won't be able to take out your phone for that. All right, one more type. Finding the volume. Again, iron is always going to have the same density at room temperature, so I'll look that up. And then I want to know the volume of a 78.7 gram sample of iron. Volume equals mass 78.7 grams divided by the density, which is 7.87 grams per centimeter cubed. So our volume here is going to be 10.0 cubic centimeters of iron. Okay, so we just followed this equation just like we were following D equals M over V previously. Now, like I mentioned, different substances have constant densities, so you can compare whether something is the same substance by checking if it has the same density as a known sample of that substance. Another fun thing we can do with densities is use them to layer liquids, and you can actually, if you're careful, place solids into the same density column and they will follow the same pattern. Okay, from top to bottom, this is increasing density. So lamp oil has a very low density. And honey has a very high density. Okay, and everything in between is in exact order. All right, so we have a test on Friday. How are you preparing for that? After today, we have no school Wednesday, so we have 1 day of review on Thursday, and then it's test day. First things first, since we just finished talking about density, at least complete the density problems on page 30 and 31 of your blue workbook. The problems on 32 to 35 can be used for extra practice. If you're not sure how you're doing with that and you need to check, you can take a picture of your answers and email them to me, and I'd be happy to share with you my solutions or check your work. Okay. The Unit 1 test review is in Schoology. It's right below this video right now. And I'd like you to complete that by Thursday if at all possible. If you need more time, I'm not collecting it until Friday because I want you to have it to study on Thursday night. But getting it done by Thursday will help you get the most out of it with time to get some help if you have any confusions or make any mistakes. Okay, make sure you pay attention and participate as we check our work on the review in class Thursday. So if you have the review completed, you can just be checking your work against mine, offering to complete a problem on the board, working with a partner, etc. If there are any that you haven't gotten to, you can solve them along as we go. You might even want to jot the answers down on a separate paper and then try them and see if your answers match up with our answers, if there are any that you haven't finished by class Thursday. Okay, and last but not least, you're welcome to stay for help Thursday after school. I will be in room 247. That's my classroom all day, except for my chemistry classes. If you forget what room, go see Cumberland in the room where we have class and he'll point you my way. Okay, I'm there until at least 3:30. If you care to stay later, I can stay till about 4. And study on your own for Friday's test. Talk to your classmates, look over your slides, okay, review that test review one more time, and you should be ready to go. All right, that about wraps it up for today. If you have any questions, if you need anything, please email me or reach out through Schoology. You can leave comments on this video. Okay, it's cperozzi@nasd.k12.pa.us. If you start to type C Perozzi into your Gmail, it'll pop up with my face wearing a yellow sweater, so you'll know that it's me. All right, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all again Thursday.